Um, okay, let's talk about last night.
Camaraghelia con due. Viene due, ahora sí, lo buscó Camaraghelia, atención, tiró a colocar. Palo, palo y casi a la bolsa. Se saca, toma, le queda a Fabián, se acomoda para su zurda. Allí va, se adelanta, va Vitiña, va, atajó el arquero, atajó Roya. Aquí se viene el georgiano, Camaraghelia. Se duerme parte, Dembélé, ahí está Hakimi. ¡Gol! Pelota adentro, veremos si adentro desvío y está saca.
Last night, Arsenal versus PSG was the worst game ever. Worst. And I don't know how to explain this because I was so mad. I went to sleep early and I don't know what to say because that game was so bad. It was that bad because I remember the first goal was scored. I said, "This is a goal. This is a goal. This set piece is going to be a goal." And they did score, yeah. And then the second, after that, I was like, fuck, man, we're 2-0 down. We have to have a goal, right? And I was so mad that I have an exam. I have an exam on Friday. I went and read for that exam, and I was still not done, and the game was not done. Yeah, and I watched the second half, the beginning. I was telling my dad, yeah, I was telling my dad, you know, the only way we're going to win this game is the first 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes of the game. No, not the first and last. The first 15 minutes of this first half, the first 15 minutes of the second half, and the last 15 minutes of the first half. That's how we're going to win that game. And when we reached like the 14th minute, I was like, Kai, no goal yet. No goal yet. And I was so mad. I was so mad at our midfield. First of all, that game was so bad, especially at to the point I was saying I'd rather have Noneri start than Saka starting because it was so bad. It was so bad. And I was telling my dad that lineup is so bad. That lineup is not good. It's not good at all, at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. I told my dad that lineup is bad. And my dad, oh, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. And I was saying that lineup is bad. It is all about mind games. Mind games. And that is how Arteta would have won that game. Mind game. Nothing else. Nothing else. Leave these small things. These small. Nah, 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 nah. Don't bring up your A card when someone doesn't bring up his A card. I remember I saw the lineup of PSG. I was saying, Due, Kvakvelia, who else was there at the front? And Bakola. And I said, what a Kvakvelia, I know Kvakvelia is a good winger, but not as good as Dembele. But he did try something. He hit the post, obviously. And when he did hit the post, I was like, what a winger, what a winger they have. And the defense was so good, and their midfield was so good, and our midfield. I think the reason why we are losing games right now, I think it's because of our midfield, especially where Rice is playing. My problem is not all the other people in the midfield. Party is good. Odegaard right now is trash. Trash, I say. Oh my god. And Rice. Rice is doing so much work. I don't like how he's being worked like a donkey. I don't like how he's being worked like a donkey. That guy is running from box to box, box to box. Man, let the guy rest. Let him play his natural position, his natural. I'd rather have two CDMs than having Rice work like a donkey. Cause I don't know. I think it's my perspective, but I'd rather have Rice at CDM. Rice is a better CDM than a better CM moving forward, central midfielder. And oh my god, Ateta was just wasn't in that game. I don't know if he saw that Enrique was playing mind games, or I'd rather. It was so frustrating, frustrating. This guy, and don't forget, yeah, we have Liverpool next. Liverpool next at Anfield. At Anfield, that is how frustrating this thing is. If you are losing against PSG at the semi-finals because of some few useless mistakes, especially I don't know why our set piece defending is so bad. We are being we used to be called set piece kings because we used to score. Yeah, we used to score. Right now we are shit at that set piece defending. So shit. This guy is frustrating me. This season we again, yeah, again trophyless without a trophy. Hata hatuna sahani. Hatuna sahani. No sahani. This guy is just getting on my nerves. I swear, getting on my. You don't know how much frustrated I was last night. I was so mad, so mad. Cause what was that? What was that? What was that? Even you, if you watch that game and you are an Arsenal fan, you'd ask yourself, what are we doing? The first 20 minutes we've already conceded a goal. Like, fuck, man, fuck. I don't want to say, yeah, I don't want to say these useless people on that field were so useless. I don't want to say that because I know they wanted it. We all wanted it. But the problem is PSG were 1-0 up. We never scored a goal in the first 15 minutes. If we did score at the first 15 minutes, we would have been somewhere. Maybe we would have gone for penalties. But the first 20 minutes, we've already conceded a goal. First 20 minutes, the game is decided in the first 15 minutes and the first 15 minutes of the second half. That is how the game is decided. Most games. The last 15 of the second half is always bahati yako. Kama uko na bahati, umeangukia bao. But the first 15 minutes is when you should score. The first 15 minutes of the second half is when you should score. You puzi yenye, I don't know, ati We have to work the ball into the box. We have to chenga. No, you get the opportunity, you shoot. You puzi ati lazima nipasie sijui Saka, lazima nipasie Martinelli ndo apelete ball ndani, lazima nipasie sijui. No man, just shoot. Just shoot the ball, man. There was a chance I think Saka had. You just had to shoot. It was just cutting in, and then passing. What are you passing for? But yako inaweza angukia hapo. Bro, so just and let me just share what I told my dad before the game. I said, if we want to win this game, we should not start Rice. We should not start Odegaard. We should not start Saka. We should not start Trossard. That was the only correct decision that Arteta made. Yeah. And that is the only correct decision. Actually, kwa hiyo game yote, that was the only correct decision. Hizo zingine zote was useless. Yeah. And I would rather have Nwaneri starting the game. Yeah. I'd rather have Nwaneri starting the game than having Saka starting the game. I don't know if you understand me, because it was all about mind games. Mind games. Nwaneri starting, our back was good, our midfield was shit, and our forward was shit. That's the only decision I can say. Because Saliba was doing everything. Kiwior, I'd give him a break because he's not as good as Gabriel Malganesh. But I would never, yeah, I would never have Martinelli. No, not Martinelli. Kiwior. Yeah, I'd rather have Kiwior on defending than Tierney. Nugget. But Kiwior was a bit better. He's playing out of his way. Kiwior is a good defender. Yeah, Kiwior is a good defender. And I'd never drag him because he proved himself after the Real Madrid game. Yeah, the Real Madrid game, he was good. But the problem is that right now everyone is tired. Just tired. I'm just tired. Everyone is just tired, bro. Like, really, everyone is tired, and they're just. We are all just. They are all just tired, cause they're not running back. They're not playing the way they used to play at the first half of the season. Right now, they're just tired people. Honestly, just tired people. And uh, and we just we have to understand that they're tired. And I think I've gone through the 5 stages of grief right now throughout the whole video, man. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, and man, it wasn't a good game. Haikuwa game poa, haikuwa game enye I would tell my kids that Arsenal played against PSG and we won, and I just wanted that final so bad. So those 5 stages of grief, man. don't even have words for those guys. The guy, like I don't, because that was shit. That was so bad. 2-0 up, bro. Like seriously, your game was so bad. Me hata imenibo, imeniudhi, and now I'm over it. I'm going to have breakfast and I'm going to enjoy my day. Hamtanikazia maisha, by the way. Hamtanikazia maisha. Hii maisha, bro, hamtanikazia maisha. Nasikia. Hizi text na patapata. Hamtanikazia life. This is my phone, by the way. Hautani stress. Mi ukinitumia message tu sahi na kublock. Ati Arsenal block. Ati Arsenal block. Hiyo ujinga utaniletea kwa tenja yangu, utaniletea hapa. Bro, honestly. Utaniletea. And we take the L and we move on. Yeah.